Hello, welcome to Intuition with Marnie Lynn. How are you today? I'm doing really good. Today is day 4 in our series, 5-part series about empath. And I'm going to read off 6 more examples of what an empath is. Number 19, always looking for the answers and knowledge. To have unanswered questions can be frustrating for an empath, and they will endeavor to find an explanation. If they have a knowing about something, they will look for confirmation. The downside to this is an information overload. I find that for myself to be very true. I have also learned myself that I have to be able to form the right question to ask, to be able to look up the information to find the answer that I am looking for. And because I have studied astrology for many years, that is where I have learned this task of figuring out the right question to ask and then where to look for the answer. And there's so much information overflow in my mind, or overload, that sometimes I just can't really function because I have too much going on in my mind. Number 20, likes adventure, freedom, and travel. Empaths are free spirits. Now that could also depend on where your Mars is situated in your natal chart in astrology. For me, my Mars is in the 4th house, so as I am older, I don't really want to be traveling anymore. I want to be at home. My energy is in my home environment and not outside. I don't need to be traveling. I can travel by going on the internet and traveling through the world that way. I don't need to physically be away from home. But that took a lot of years to figure that out. 21. Abhors clutter. It makes an empath feel weighed down and blocks the flow of energy. That, again, is true. I think that's true for anyone, though. If there's too much clutter around, the energy, the negative or just dead energy, will attach itself to whatever is out and about laying around in your environment and build up. 22. Loves to daydream. An empath can stare into space for hours in a world of their own and blissfully happy. Yeah, I can agree with that. I have sat and looked at something and poof, I'm gone somewhere else. And I think that could be for most people and not just an empath. 23. Finds routine, rules, or control imprisoning. Anything that takes away their freedom is debilitating to an empath, even poisoning. I don't fit into that group. I like to have routine, the basic routine. I also like to have a lot of time in my day that's got nothing attached to it, so that I have the ability to daydream or to get into a project, an art project, and fiddle around on that. The last one for today is 24. Prone to carry weight without necessarily overeating. Excess weight is a form of protection to stop the negative incoming energies having as much impact. Unfortunately, I can relate to that. I did lose a lot of weight, but I didn't lose a lot of weight that covers my sacral chakra, and that's the belly area. It seems that my body wants to hang on to that to protect that area of my chakra system. Interesting when you start to take it and break it down to see what areas relate to you as an empath or not. So I'm going to get my cards. I'm going to use my Geisha Girl cards today. And I want to see what the energy is like for anyone who's watching the video right now. And these are my Geisha Girl or Geisha Doll. haven't shuffled them for a while. Wisdom cards. If you follow down in the description below, you'll find there's a link for 25% off in my Etsy shop. I know the prices are high, but they're set up that if you use the discount code from the YouTube, it'll give you 25% off, whereas if you're on Etsy, you only get 10% off if you use the code on Etsy. So it's a great deal. And wisdom cards are 3 characters: grandfather, grandmother, and grasshopper. Grandfather represents the universe, grandmother represents earth, and grasshopper represents the student. I cut them in 3, and then I show you the card first. And this is what this card says. If your glass is half empty, maybe for now you need a smaller one. By having a smaller glass, grasshopper, you will see how much you truly have. Sometimes it's only the size of the glass that is wrong, grandfather. I have done that myself. I have taken the mental image of what I thought my glass of life would be. And I had a huge glass, but if it was this tall, I only had it filled up maybe half. So when I visually shrunk it down smaller and filled it up with the same liquid in my mind's eye of my cup being full or not full, so instead of being a huge container and maybe only a quarter full, I made my cup size in my mind a little smaller, and when I filled it up, it was half full. It made a big difference. It put a lot of pressure that was on myself, self-inflicted pressure, and it was removed because my mental vision of what I was experiencing had changed. Thank you for spending some time with me. I always feel good about myself after I have spent some time with you. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video, and I put up a new video every day. So I'll say bye for now. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.